Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. The video for today is going to be a lot different from what I usually make. Basically, I recently wanted to get some fidget toys for the first time ever for like anxiety and stuff. And I looked online and there was like no reviews. There were like ASMR videos of fidget toys and then there was videos from back when the fidget spinner was super popular, like years ago. So it felt super outdated. And I wish there was a video that was reviewing them currently. So I am making that video. Today I'm going to be reviewing 5 different fidget toys. All of them I got from the therapy shop. So it's not from Amazon, it's from a shop that's like specifically for like kids with autism or like anxiety, stuff like that. So I'm going to talk about the price, what they do, if I like them personally, and then how they've held up, because I've had them for a few months and some of them have, you know, already broken in various ways. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so the first toy we're going to talk about is the Poppin Pea Pod. It's $2.50, so it is very cheap. And the whole thing is just, you can push up these little pea pods. And then, if you can see, this middle one has a face, but my face rubbed off, and it rubbed off like I haven't used it like too much, so it rubbed off kind of quick, which is sad because I thought it was very cute that it had a face, but obviously that doesn't like impact your ability to use it. It comes on a little keychain, so you can put it on your keys or like wherever you want. I like this one. It's very calming, it's very simple, and besides the little graphic of the face rubbing off, it's held up completely fine, which is surprising because it's just like plastic. So I would recommend this, and also a good thing about this one is it's quiet, it doesn't make any noise, and it's super small. So it's easy to like just put in your pocket, and you can have it like at work in public if you don't want, you know, if you feel weird about using like a really obvious fidget toy. So this one I definitely recommend. The next toy we're going to talk about is the Switch-It Fidget. It's very similar to a traditional fidget cube. I wanted to focus, but it may not. But it's different, as you may have guessed. It comes with all of these can switch off, right? So give me 1 second. Pop out. There's 6 on the cube, and they pop out. And then it has 4 extra ones that you can pop in, and so it's really cool because you get to pick which of the items you like the most, and you get to put them in whatever order you like. This is probably my favorite fidget that I got from the website. I'll go over all of the things. Let's see if it focuses. So this top button here, it's a button. It clicks. I really like it. It does make noise though, so I don't know, be aware of that. This switch, godly. It's really nice. I later got this. This isn't part of the review because it's not from the same place and it's really low quality. But this fidget cube, if you listen, my mic is freaking out. It's like really cheap. And then this one, it has more weight to it, so I really like this switch. It has this roller, which is really soothing. It's bumpy also, so if you kind of go back and forth, it's satisfying. This is called a Soothe Stone, and it's just smooth. So you just rub your finger against it because it's smooth. There's also the opposite, which is bumpy. And so if you want just like a bumpy texture, you can have that. This one for me can sometimes be overstimulating because it's bumpy. So it's kind of better if you're looking for stimulation rather than if you're like looking to calm down, in my personal experience. Yeah, and then the other options include this little bump. So it's like a little horn that pops out and you just touch it. This one is a little joystick and you can just play with it. It's pretty loose. It's not my favorite, which is why I don't have it in my cube. And then this ball, which it moves kind of like an old mouse that's in a laptop. And this last one, they call it a lanyard. So I think you're supposed to just like attach something to this when it's in the cube, and then it acts as a lanyard. So this one, if you choose to have it in, actually isn't a soothing toy. It may look like you can pull on it, but it just comes out. So, which also kind of makes me question. I probably wouldn't use it as a lanyard because since it can pop out, I would think that it may become disconnected. Overall, I think that this is a very, very good fidget toy. It's also fairly small still, so I can still fit it in like my girl jean pockets. It's like fits in a closed fist for me. And also I really like all the different buttons. I like that you can move it around however you want. And like even if you just like one or two of them, it's worth it for me. The price, let me see. The price is $3.79. So I thought that was pretty affordable. Also, I wanted to mention that this hasn't had any signs of wear, and this is actually like my most used toy, so that's a really good sign. I think it's really well made, and like I said, compared to like a traditional fidget cube which I have, it does like noticeably feel better made, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the third toy we're going to talk about is the crunchy Snowball. If you can see, it's just a white speckled ball, and then hopefully you can hear that really well. When you squeeze it, it makes a sound that's supposed to sound like when you step on fresh snow, which it does sound like that to me. All it is basically a squishy ball. It has a little bit of air in it, which I enjoy because you can kind of squish it like this if you want, without the sound. And then if you actually, crunch it, it's very satisfying to me. I will say that I don't know how to describe it perfectly, but the outside of it is a bit sticky. And I feel like it didn't feel that way when I originally got it out of the packaging, which the packaging looked like this, by the way. So it does look a bit dirtier, even though I always have clean hands when I use it. And if I do put it in a pocket, it does sometimes now, since it's stickier, grab like hair or like dust or fuzz and stuff. But they come off really easily, so they're not like completely stuck to it. This one is obviously pretty simple, so it just depends on if the like squishiness and if the sound is good for you. I like it. This one is like special occasions, certain days I really, really like it, but this isn't one that I use like every day. And it is, it makes a sound, so I only tend to use it like in my bedroom when other people aren't around, because I know sounds bother me. And so I don't want to be annoying people in public or at work or something. but I would recommend it still if you think it fits your interests. And the price for this one is $3. So yeah, and like I said, it has held up, but it does look like a little like grayer. At the beginning it was more pure white, and it has been a bit sticky, so it's hard to know how long it will last. And I am careful not to like squeeze with my nails or like over squeeze it, so I would recommend you do the same. The next toy that I want to talk about is the roly-poly Oodles ball. It's $4, still pretty cheap, but it is the second most expensive toy on this list. Mine, actually, this is the only toy that has had bad wear and tear. Like I said with the last ball, I am really careful not to use my nail. I'm really careful not to squeeze it so the air bubble, you know, like is stretching it too much. But this popped. Not like there's a leak somewhere where the air came out. Originally there was air inside, so it had about the same level of air that's in this ball. See how it still has a bit of air? This also had some air in it, but now it's completely deflated and it just has these small balls and no other squish factor. I am conflicted about this one. It's not really focusing. I'm conflicted because honestly, I really like this fidget toy. It's very soothing. I really like feeling all of the other balls inside. It's cool. They squish around. I did prefer it with the air though, and it does stink because I feel like I took good care of it, but it still ended up deflating after about 2.5 months-ish of using it like a couple times a week, but for like a decent amount of time when I did use it. So I'm mixed because I really liked this one. So when it lasted, it was a lot of fun, but I just feel like it can't be that good quality if it's gonna break. It's still, honestly, in this state when it's deflated, I still enjoy using it. It's still pretty like satisfying. I really like the like touch sensation that I get with it because it's soft but has texture because of all the other balls, but the other balls are smooth, so it doesn't overstimulate me in the same way that like the spiky part of this fidget cubey thing does sometimes like feel like too much. So this is up to you. I would maybe recommend getting a different version of this product because I know that there's lots of options. It seems like this specific one may break fairly easily. Okay, so this is the last toy of the video, and it is a Tangle. This is one of the like default fidget toys that exist, and I had seen it like before I decided to actually get fidget toys, and I was like, I don't know if it's for me. Like, I don't know, I kind of was like, I don't get the hype. Like, it looks like it'd be really boring, and like, I don't get it, but now I get it. Would recommend. The price for this one was the most expensive. It's $5.50. So it's not terrible, but it is significantly more expensive than some of the other fidget toys, so you can keep that in mind. This specific one is called the Textured Metallic Tangle Toy. So it does, if you can see, okay, if you can see, it is textured and like ribbed basically throughout the whole thing. there was a lot of options when it came to Tangles. I didn't know what I wanted. I had never used any fidget toy ever, and so it was a bit overwhelming. This I really enjoy. I think that the ribbing is not spiky in a way. It's just like ridges and like bumps, if that makes sense. But if you are looking for something that's even more soothing and not as stimulating, you may want to get the smooth options, because I know they had a lot of them. Overall, I really like this. I think the sound is pretty satisfying. I don't know. I like it. And then I was worried, the main thing I was worried about before I ever tried a Tangle was that it wasn't actually free flowing, because I knew that it had these loops that, like, you know, you can't bend it at a loop because it's solid plastic, and I was like, oh, I want it to be completely like malleable in a way. But it's surprising, like, it's very malleable. And my favorite thing to do is to wrap it around my finger like this, and then you can kind of rub it and then undo it and rewrap it around your finger. I don't know. I like it. It's something that during like Zoom classes mostly, it's really good to kind of keep my head moving and keep me engaged and keep me paying attention. So I think it's a very good toy, and honestly I would recommend it. Okay, so this is kind of my final ranking of all of these toys on how I would recommend it. This is my number one toy, the Switch It Fidget, I think it's called. Really like how there's so many options and that it seems to be really durable and it's fairly cheap. My next favorite is the Tangle. I just think it's very good. It also seems to hold up pretty well. It's really entertaining. It's just like, woo, would recommend. My third would be this guy. And I still really like the Pea Pod. It's very satisfying. The only thing is, you know, it feels a bit more one note compared to the other two that I just said, but it's very satisfying. I really like how portable it is, how small it is. Then fourth place, I would actually give to this fidget toy. I know it deflated. I really loved it in its prime. I would have given it probably second place in its prime, so I demoted it to fourth place because it popped. And then my last place, which is a bit harsh because I still like it, is the Snowball. Honestly, there's nothing bad about this toy. I like it. It's just that it's very, for me, special occasion-y, and it is like kind of one note again. Whoop. And it's not as portable since it's larger, and it can get a bit sticky, so, you know, it can get dirty. And kind of just the fear of it popping. Like, I know there's no way it's going to be as durable as this is, just based off of the material that it's made from. Okay, so that's all of my fidget toys and all of my thoughts about them. I hope that was helpful for people who are just getting into it. Let me know if you have any questions. You can put it in the comments down below. I also have only been using these for 2.5 months, and the 5 that I showed are the 5 that I have. So besides the little fidget cube that I mentioned that I don't like as much. So I may not know everything. I'm still definitely new at this, but I figured me making this video was better than the video not existing. So I will try to help you in the comments, and maybe other people can help you in the comments too. Yeah, let me know if you like this video, and thanks for watching.